Hi, welcome to Inside AFC Fitness. I'm Jamie Billerman, the Chief Administrative Officer here, and today I'm chatting with Kristin McNerney-Posner, who is our Regional Group Fitness Director. Most of you probably already know her. Hi, Kristin.
Hi, Jamie.
So we're going to chat, and I'm going to ask you some questions to let everyone in on group fitness here and a little bit more about you and everything that goes on.
Right, sounds good.
I kind of just want to start off with how did you get here? How did you get into group fitness? How did you find AFC? What was your journey?
Okay, so I started taking group fitness classes in high school. I started teaching in college.
No surprise.
Yes. And then I just kind of stuck with taking and teaching for a little while, and I realized that a group fitness director was a job. So I started a little over 20 years ago with Philadelphia Sports Clubs. That's where I met Matt Beyer, and then he brought me here to AFC.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of want to start with you and your instructor. I know you're obviously the director, but you still teach all the time.
I do. I do.
So how would you describe your teaching style and how you go into your own personal classes?
I'm very structured. Mm-hmm. I plan everything out. I would say, how would I describe my teaching style? I would say it's challenging, but unassumingly challenging. I do mostly Pilates mat. So we're on the mat, barefoot, lights are dim. It feels and looks like it's going to be easy, but it's a tough workout.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's deceiving.
Yes, it is. So, yeah, I go in prepared.
Do you think that your style has changed since you started?
Yes, without a doubt, because I started when I was way younger. So everything I did then was go big or go home, high impact, and now I'm more low-key on the mat without shoes. So way different, yeah.
All right, so you teach mostly Pilates mat, like you said, but you do teach a lot of styles and have subbed for everyone I know here.
Yes.
What is your favorite to teach?
I love teaching Pilates. Okay. That just feels natural for me. I can teach other formats. Are they my best? Probably not, but I can jump in and cover them.
All right. And what's your least favorite to teach? If you had to sub any class that was on your schedule, what would be the least likely one for you to opt into?
Okay, so Zumba would be terrible because I would be terrible. It would be a shame if I had to do that. Yeah.
I doubt that, but I'll trust you. So what's your favorite to take? If you're not teaching, what's your favorite class to take?
I love taking yoga.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's my favorite to take. I do love a good kettlebell class, and I love everything, really. But if I had a few moments to myself, I would probably jump into a yoga. Yeah.
So I know you pretty well, and I know that you, in addition to teaching almost every day, sometimes several times a day, that you work out on your own. So how do you do it? How do you avoid burnout, fatigue, physically, mentally, when you are constantly doing this for yourself and for the members?
I do take days off. Kind of, right? So Saturday and Sunday, I try to make it not a necessity. So if I get to the gym or I go to work out, that's fine. But if I don't, that's okay too. So I allow myself those days to just recover and not stress about getting to the gym or doing something physically active. Yeah.
So when it comes to these classes, obviously you're teaching, even if it's Pilates, over and over again. Most of the time, not always, but you're teaching a lot of the same members over and over again.
Yeah.
How do you keep things fresh and exciting for someone so that they're keeping up with you and continuing to come back to your class?
That's a good question. I do change my playlists often. I have a lot of different playlists, so I try to change it weekly. And then I try to come up with a new routine weekly and add different things in if I'm teaching the same group of people more than once a week. So luckily I teach at each location once a week, so I'm able to bring them something new each week.
So if you could only use one piece of equipment in teaching a class for the rest of all of your classes you're teaching, what would you choose?
I would just choose my mat.
I'm not surprised at all.
Yeah, I like it because then you can just transition easier into your next move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you find that any pieces of equipment or anything that you're seeing in classes currently is kind of overrated, or that you would like never use in one of your classes?
I don't love using the bands. Again, for transition purposes, it feels awkward to transition from one move to the next if you're like putting bands on and taking them off. I don't mind using them if I'm in someone else's class, but for myself personally, just for transition purposes, I'm not a big fan.
Okay.
Yeah.
So obviously you said you've done this for a while. You started out, you were very different when you were younger.
Yeah.
What piece of advice would you give your younger self if you could go back?
Slow down, maybe
I mean,
a little.
that's funny coming from someone who is still doing it every day.
Well,
But okay.
so it's funny, when I first started, a friend of mine made me go to yoga and then made me go to Pilates, and I didn't like either of them. I'm like, this is too slow, this is too boring, because I didn't really take a moment to just think about what I was doing. I just wanted to move and jump and thought that was the best option. I wish I would have taken the time to enjoy that more.
So what classes were you taking back then that you were the opposite of now?
I was taking a lot of step
Okay.
classes, and like I would, you put risers underneath, so of course I would put as many risers as I could. I would do just a lot of high impact boot camp type classes. I did a lot of spin. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anything boxing. I love doing boxing.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So aside from the classes that you're teaching, what do you do in general for your own workouts? What do you suggest mixing in and up with people's classes?
I think weight training is really important. Again, something else I didn't really get into until my 40s. I was more of just a cardio person, but now I'm realizing that it's very important for your bones and just overall health, your strength. So I would recommend strength training for sure.
Is there a pivotal moment in your career, your life, anything that kind of has shaped where you stand in fitness now and your views on fitness? You kind of say you've changed a lot of things over time. Is there anything that you can pinpoint to that, or was it just gradual?
I would say it was gradual, just as I was honestly getting older and just felt like my body didn't feel as good doing the same things I was doing before. So I think, just gradual and aging and trying to keep my body in one piece.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so what is your favorite song to put on a playlist right now?
That's such a good one. Okay, let me think. Billy Rafool, it's called Acoustic.
Okay.
It's a really good song. I like SZA. I like to mix everything up. I like a little bit of country. I love Zach Bryan and SZA. I have some Kendrick Lamar on there.
And do you listen to the same stuff while you're working out that's not in a class, or?
So I do not listen to the same music while I'm working out that I would play in class. Okay. Yeah, I would say I'm lean more towards like hip hop music for when I'm working out. I need a little more pump up action. When I'm teaching Pilates, it's a little more chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I kind of want to move into, now you're not just an instructor, but you are a manager. And yes. So you've been with AFC for almost 10 years now. Yeah. You started here in Bala Cynwyd, but you have actually managed at most of our facilities over time.
Yes. Yeah.
And so now you're currently the regional fitness director for all 3 clubs. So I guess first, how do you manage doing it for 3 different clubs with physical, different locations, but different communities and members and instructors?
Yeah. So each club is very different. Mm-hmm. The member base is very different in each club. They're all wonderful. I split my time between the clubs. So Feasterville's my furthest, so I get there once a week. The other clubs I get there twice a week. And as for the instructors, a lot of texting. It's a lot of communication. I feel like, although I don't see everybody often, I feel like I'm in touch with everybody very often.
So what would you say are some of the biggest challenges that you face while managing a team of instructors? And what are the biggest high points of managing? Because you have a large team. You probably have 90 instructors right now.
Yeah. So I would say the hardest part of managing everybody that's such a good question. You have your ups and downs with everything, right? I think just the scheduling aspect of it, making sure all classes are covered. I think that has to be the most challenging, especially during our summer months or just busy months. So I think that's the most challenging part. Our team works well together. I'm lucky I have a great team, so they make it easy for me. The best parts is just also having such a great team. They're all really great. They help each other out. They're just such a sweet group. Everyone's wonderful at what they do. They love what they do. They love the members. The members love them. So that's great.
So with this group of instructors, and you're obviously in charge of our class schedules, which are complicated. It's 3 facilities. They each have about 70 classes a week.
Yeah.
How do you monitor it? How do you look for new classes, choose which classes are best or which ones would need to be cut to be replaced by something else? How do you kind of evaluate those things?
Well, you look at attendance, you listen to the member feedback, you listen to the instructors. It's hard. It's never really perfect. Mm-hmm. I just kind of do the best that I can and hope that it works out. The members will tell me if they are not happy with something.
That is completely true.
Just as far as what's on trend, you just keep your eyes and ears open. I look at our other clubs around us to see what they're doing. I know a lot of people in the fitness industry, so everyone's always talking, and you just listen to the members and look at attendance, and you kind of see like, okay, this is what they're really liking. We should add more of this.
And so along the same lines, like, what is your process if you want to bring in a new instructor? How do you go about figuring out if they're the right fit?
I bring them in for an audition. Mm-hmm. Zumba is a funny audition because I'm terrible. So I'm always like, don't look at me when we're doing this.
I'm sure you're fine. Yes.
But I do a little audition. I chat with them. I like them to come in and try a class too, just so they can get a feel for what the vibe of the club is and the clientele, to see if they feel like it'll be a good fit too. I look for just someone who's outgoing, whose personality I think will mesh well with the members.
Right. And along similar lines too, like, how do you I know you plan a lot of events. I've seen you plan a lot of events. We've had a lot of events, things from pop-up classes to trying new random pop-up classes, or full-on day events, studio samplers. Yeah. What is your thought process in how you kind of choose what to spotlight or what you want to showcase in a time period?
That's a good question, too. I like to do our studio sampler in the new year, so that's where all the members get to try different styles of classes and different instructors, just because it's a good way to kick off the new year. People want to try new things. We have new members coming in, so I think it's a good way for them to check out all the instructors. And then for other pop-ups, I just kind of feel like, well, maybe we'll highlight this class. Maybe not enough people are going to this instructor, although this instructor is really great. So maybe we do some type of event based around that. Or maybe whatever the month. I know there's months that have mental health awareness.
The different themes.
Yeah, the different themes. So I kind of base it around that as well.
Okay. So obviously, you're working out and you're teaching all the time. Do you get to go to some of your other instructors' classes?
I do, not as often as I would like.
You're very busy.
Yeah. I mean, I've tried a lot of their classes. I don't do it as much as I would like to. I probably need to get back to doing that.
I don't know that you can fit it into your schedule, but you can try.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. All right. So now I kind of want to just shift to outside of like you and your focus, but like how has the fitness industry and group fitness specifically changed over the course of your 25-year career?
Yeah. It's changed a lot. The landscape of fitness has changed a lot just because, when I started, there weren't really any studios. It was just your big gyms. And now you'll see something that's trendy and you'll start to see studios pop up everywhere. It's just lend for a different landscape of clientele and people coming and going, and maybe people not being as, what's the word I'm looking for, so much in one spot.
Like kind of settled into their studio or gym, or
they kind of bounce around. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So do you think that something like ClassPass has affected that, or do you think it was just kind of natural that it was happening anyway and then something like ClassPass came in?
I think it was just something that was happening, and then ClassPass was able to come in and really take advantage of that in a good way. Mm-hmm. So then people can, try all these different places and not belong to one single place. Yeah.
So obviously, I'm sure you've seen a bunch of different trends over the years.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
A favorite trend?
Doesn't have to be current, but like something that you loved at the time and thought it was great.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of things that I went through like that. I loved step class. Now I wouldn't be able to do it. It would hurt my feet. I loved spin. So I feel like just in fitness, things kind of ebb and flow, and you'll see something that's really amazing, and then it'll kind of take a dive and then maybe come back at some point. But I really love the Pilates and the bar, and I think that that's a trend that I think will be around for a long time because it's not hard on your body. It's something you can do for a long time.
So along those lines, was there a trend that you absolutely hated? You thought was just ridiculous?
Well, yes.
Tell
That's
us.
true. I'm not saying it because I think it's bad. It just maybe wasn't my thing.
Of course.
I never was really into the Les Mills type of thing. The pound class that came out with the sticks.
We did one of those pop-ups, I remember.
We did. And I know that people really like it, so I'm not saying it's not great just for me. I was kind of, and I know Les Mills is still around and does great, but it's not really
So kind of with that, we have a lot of different instructors. We give them a lot of leeway. You do, not me, with what they want to teach. And you really collaborate with them on classes and stuff. Do you think that something like a Les Mills or the Pound, do you think that they are maybe not your cup of tea because they're so limited and structured?
I think so. I think that they give you the form, which I think is great for a lot of people. I do. They give you the formula. They give you the exact workout that you need to teach. They give you the exact music that you need to teach to. And I think that works for a lot of people. I don't like to teach like that. I like to have a little more freedom with my music and how I'm going to plan and structure my class. And I do think there should be a structure to a class, but I think that what people enjoy is the instructors being able to be creative and play their own music, and that you get a feel for their real personality.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that for sure you can see people's personality in their classes. I've taken a few classes. I've taken yours a few times, and I can see your structure from start to finish, obviously. But you have movements that go to the music. You have your counts that go to the music. You're very structured, but it is all you. It is not a textbook in any way.
No.
And I think that some of those other classes do feel that way, which, again, is perfect for some people if that's what they're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, you know what you're going to get when you go in. So I understand why companies do that.
Yeah.
No matter where you go, and you will get that workout. I know that it is a good formula.
Yeah.
But I also, if something wasn't working, then I would be able to address that with the instructor directly. But I do think that the members enjoy the different classes and the different music and the different styles.
So I guess now you talked a little bit about how Pilates and bar, you think they're going to be around for a while.
Yeah.
Are there any other trends that you're seeing coming up that you think are going to be here for like at least the next year, maybe two?
It does seem like the mindfulness is really big.
Yeah.
I know that a lot more women are lifting weights. The wearables are a big trend. So I feel like these type of things will be around for a while. Maybe some things will make a comeback. I don't know.
Is there anything that you're seeing that you think is on its way out?
It's hard to say because I think that there are always going to be a core group of people that enjoy all of these types of workouts, like step. There's be some people that will step forever as long as they can. Spin seems to be not as popular as it was at one point, but then you look at our ballot club and we still get a great turnout for spin, but it's definitely not what it was maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is one myth about group fitness that you wish more people didn't believe or like really understood what was going on about it?
That it's for just women.
Yeah,
you see mostly women in those classes.
Yeah, agreed.
You'll see some men come in, and I definitely see some more men in like Pilates and yoga, which is really great. And I'll see some men now coming into like your boot camp classes and kettlebell classes, but it's definitely not just for women. It's good for everybody. It's a good way to, I know some people are intimidated to go up on the fitness floor. Mm-hmm. It feels kind of scary. So you come into a class, it's a lot of camaraderie. It's a community.
Yeah.
It's fun and it's upbeat and you don't have to think about what you have to do. You just go in and do it.
So kind of like that, what would you say to someone who is intimidated by group fitness? How would you get them to come in and join your class or any of these classes on the calendar?
Well, it's funny because there was a new girl the other day that I was chatting with, and I was like, just come in. It's, and she was really nervous, but she came in, and I helped set her up, and I let her know there's all fitness levels here. Mm-hmm. It's good for everybody, from someone who's really strong and athletic to someone who's brand new. So it's good for all fitness levels. Come in and try it. It's not that scary. Our instructors are great. Let them know you're new, and they'll help with modifications and whatever you need.
Just bouncing off of that, how do you modify for all fitness levels? So many of our classes really are meant for all fitness levels. Yeah. Honestly, they are. So like, how do you do that as an instructor?
Well, you have to take a look at the crowd. Mm-hmm. And, you might go in with a plan and then realize, okay, this might not work for this crowd. But if you're teaching your same class every week, you kind of know who's coming. You give them a beginner level, and then you give them a slightly more advanced, and then you give them a really advanced. And I kind of just walk them through each step. Like I'll show them each step, each version, and let them pick what they feel comfortable with.
All right, so shifting directly to AFC and your experience here, how would you like describe our group fitness culture here, and what is the community like? And you can say different things for different clubs if you need to, or if you have some general ideas.
Well, our group fitness people are very passionate. They're very vocal. They're very dedicated. I just feel like they're just such a nice core group at each club. They all know each other. They know about each other's families. It really is a community at each club. Each club is different. But, if someone's missing for a while, they ask about that. Where has this person been? They'll stop by the front desk.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. So I would just say it's just a strong community of people that really care about each other, and they're just hard workers and loyal, and they're great.
How do you think that having a community like that really, how can that benefit someone as an individual who's on a fitness journey?
Well, it kind of helps keep you accountable.
Yeah.
Again, Jamie, if I see you every Monday in boot camp class, and then all of a sudden,
not, but thank you.
I probably, maybe not, and then all of a sudden I don't see you.
Yeah.
People are asking about you. You come back, and then they're like, "Where have you been?" And then it makes you start to feel slightly accountable, and you're like, "Oh, I want to go. I want to see Kristin today. I haven't seen her in a while." Or you become friends with the instructor and the people around you. So I think that helps to keep you coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think that all of our clubs definitely have a fitness community. Like I've said, I've taken your Pilates class before. It's definitely more my speed than the boot camps. Yeah. But your classes are the exact same people every week. Not always. Obviously, you have new members coming in all of the time. But, like, there are core groups that are literally in the exact same spot as they were the Thursday before.
Yes. And it's weird when they change spots. I'm like, why are you sitting over there? You're confusing me. Yeah.
That's great. I think that that's really helpful. Would you say that it's similar to other gyms that you've worked at, or do you think it's different?
I think it's different. So this is privately owned.
Yeah.
It's just a different feel. You know the owner. You see the owner regularly. I see the owner's wife regularly. All the managers are close and hang out outside of work. So it's definitely... It's different. It just feels more family-based.
And do you think that the members pick up on that? Do you think they feel that too? Or is it just because they've built their own community within these walls?
Well, that's if they don't have anything to compare it to, then yes, probably just because they built it within their walls. But if they've been to a corporate place and then have been here, I definitely think they would know the difference and appreciate it.
Okay. What do you think are some of like our, maybe not our best classes, but your favorite classes on the schedule, things that you think are like literally exactly what the members are asking for? Is there anything that you could like shout out?
Geez, that's such a tough
question. I know. There's so many. Somebody's going to get mad at me for even asking it. I
know. Listen, it's hard. So you want specific shout out classes?
I mean, you don't have to. If there's just something that like you see people are gravitating towards, or like something that's really resonating with the members because that's what they are dying to get to every week.
Yeah. So I could tell you at Radnor, I would say the Zumba. Yeah. They love the Zumba there. Yes. Let me think. At Bala, I know they love their like boot camp style classes for sure. And Feasterville, we've got a great yoga and Pilates program, and a great Silver Sneakers over there. Yeah. We have a great crowd that come. I mean, both. Yeah,
I would say here at Bala, we have like a great Silver Sneakers class, too.
Yeah, it's hard for me to like pick out one thing because, they also have the aqua classes.
Oh, yeah. You can't. Oh, my gosh. Actually, the aqua classes at Feasterville, people will knock you over if you cancel those.
Yes. And the aqua Zumba here. I mean, I just feel like we do a great job at kind of having something for everyone.
Yeah. So are there any, no names necessary or anything, but like, are there any stories from your experience in group fitness that have like really been inspiring or like so like this is why I do this to you over the years?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I just see how the members are strong at every age. I mean, was it the plank challenge maybe a few years ago?
Yeah. Oh gosh, that was probably 2 summers ago. Yeah.
The member who won was in her 80s or is in her 80s.
Yes.
She held a plank for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, she actually smoked everyone.
Everybody, like all of our trainers, myself included. I mean, I wasn't even in competition in that, but that kind of thing really inspires me to see the members get strong and to see them do things that you didn't think that they could do, or that they didn't think that they could do. I think that's just inspiring, watching people grow and get stronger and do things that people wouldn't expect you to be able to do.
And so how can you share that with the members? Like, how do you motivate them, whether it's in your class or somebody you're chatting with every day? Like, how do you get to help them see that?
I mean, I have one member in mind at Feasterville, and I just tell her after class all the time, I'm like, you're amazing. You're such an inspiration. Yeah. So I let them know if I see that they're growing and getting stronger. I have another member that comes to the Pilates Reformer class, and she's in her 70s, and she went from not really doing much to being able to do a lot on the Reformer. She's so strong.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
That's really great to see. What would you say to a Group X instructor, or I guess maybe anyone who's looking to start out in this industry? Like, what would you suggest to them about how to start, what they should be looking at, how to get onto this journey that you've had your whole life?
Yeah, I don't know. You'd be a little crazy. I would just say it's hard to kind of pinpoint what you feel like maybe you'll be great at teaching. So I would say take classes and see what you feel like feels most like you. You have to just be engaging. And I mean, everyone teaches a little differently. Yeah. So it's hard to say what will work for one person might not work for another person. You have to just really want to do it.
Yeah, for sure. You have to show up every day.
You have to show up. Yes, you have to show up. And just practicing, and I think just time makes you better. Really, just the experience of dealing with people and learning how to cue and reading a room and being able to kind of multitask. You have to be able to read the room, give modifications, there's a lot going on when you're teaching that you don't really think about.
That's a really great point. Like, how do you, and I know you've done this for a long time, but like, how do you keep growing? How do you, as an instructor, like, make sure that you're the best version of yourself over time?
I think, I watch a lot of videos, and I do take other classes, and I do my own fitness, and I think that just kind of knowing what's going on in the fitness world, and maybe going for other certifications or taking other classes or watching videos to get new ideas, and just challenging yourself by changing things up.
Yeah. So say I was brand new, I want to be a group fitness instructor, not director. Yeah. But I was just starting out, and I was like, okay, I don't really know what I like. Is there any certifications that you think are like good for beginners? Like, this is just my jumping off point.
Yeah, AFA primary group exercise certification, that kind of just covers everything. Okay. It's a great just general certification to go through that kind of can get your foot in the door somewhere. Mm-hmm. But then it's still, you still have to kind of figure out where you want to go with that. Is it like a strength-based class, or is it more mat-based or cardio? There's so many different avenues you can take. So I would just suggest to you, what do you really like?
So obviously you've been with AFC for a really long time. Yeah. Is there anything that you can like share about your experience here, about kind of why you've been here for so long, why you've jumped into all these different locations, how you see yourself with AFC over this time?
I know, 10 years. It'll be 10 years in October. 10 years. That went so fast.
It did.
It really
I agree.
It went really quick. I mean, I've had a great experience here. Like I said, Matt brought me in. I love Matt. He's awesome. Matt.
He was supposed to be here today, but he's not, so that's fine.
Yes.
We chat instead.
I mean, it's nice when you work with people that you really enjoy working with. It's nice when you have a team of people that are amazing. I mean, all of these things help. great members. Like the members here at Bala, I know a lot of the members here because I've been here the longest. Just the members, all of it kind of keeps you here for that long. It's nice to love what you do and to really enjoy everyone you work with. Matt Littman, you know, you feel lucky to be with such a nice group of people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you wish the members knew?
That we all are working hard on the back end, and we're here for them.
Yeah.
I mean, not everything will be perfect, and they're not going to like every decision that's made, and I understand that. But we really have their best interest, and we really do care. All the managers care, all the instructors, all the trainers. I mean, we really do.
Yeah, I mean, from speaking for this, I know that you actually did coffee with Kristin over at AFC Feasterville recently. So the members could just chat with you and share their comments, good or bad, their frustrations, if they needed a little more help. I think that like you being accessible to them is really great, but it's always nice that if they're listening right now that you got to tell them something different.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, is there anything else that I mean, we have this platform right now, so like you're able to chat. Is there anything else that you want to say about group fitness or the fitness industry or your class, any class?
Any class. I mean, I guess the fitness industry. Let me think here. I just think that this is what keeps us young and healthy and social. We have members that have been here with us for years.
Yes, for sure.
New members like our Radnor Club, but you see the same members there. It's just the fitness industry is great. I think, you know, we help keep people healthy. We help keep people motivated, and it's just super important, I think, in your daily life.
Do you have any fitness or personal goals or anything that you're working towards right now?
Trying to work on my cardio. That's it. I've been trying to run a little bit more, which I don't love.
But you do. Like, you'll be like, well, I sped walk for 5 miles. It was nothing. Just trying to work on my cardio. It's funny. So the reason I started working on my cardio is because I was taking training like an athlete. This was like a couple months ago. Okay.
And I was like, wow, I really need to up my game. So
Antoine would do that to you.
Antoine did that. So now I've been running ever since, trying to work on my cardio. I need to go back and take the class and see if it's improved.
I'm sure it has.
Maybe.
But, I'm sure it'll also still be hard just because I've seen the class.
Yes. Yeah.
He gives a good class.
You should come with me.
Maybe. Okay. I need to work on my cardio first, probably.
All right.
All right. Anything you want to share or ask me or chat about before our time is up?
I don't think so. Okay. I mean, I think that we covered mostly everything, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. I mean, thank you for bringing me on here today.
Oh, of course. I just thank you for coming on. I think that we obviously have 3 different clubs, and we have 3 big clubs. These are not small studios. They are big clubs with a lot going on. So I actually think that some of our members might not even know about our group fitness classes. Yeah. But we have, like you said, such a great community that fills these group fitness classes. Yeah. And honestly, many communities inside that community. Like you said, there might be a yoga community, there might be a Silver Sneakers community, the Aqua group might have a community of their own that I think it was really great that you came on and talked, because I think there's so many people here that are interested in group fitness that
maybe
will really
nervous.
Well, yeah, and they might be nervous, and I think that group fitness is really approachable. Honestly, like I was not a fitness person. It took me a while to even feel working here. It took me a while to feel comfortable in classes, but honestly, every class that I've taken, and this started years ago because I did a challenge with another coworker to try and get me to try as many classes as I could in 30 days. Every class was so welcoming. and they all are different based on the personalities, but they are so welcome, and they are helpful for beginners.
Yes.
Each instructor is going to take the time with you and help you feel comfortable, know your limits, correct you if you're doing something wrong, but not in like a mean way. It's just to help you to get better and stronger, and I think our classes are great for that.
Yeah, and I think we really do have such wonderful instructors. Our team of instructors is amazing.
Yeah.
They really are. They're great. And anybody that's ever is interested in checking something out, I would say just go, get there a little early, let them know you're new, and they'll take care of you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me
Thank
today.
you,
And I
Jamie.
hope that anybody listening tries out some of your classes and all the other great classes that we have on our schedule.
Me too. All right, thank you.